Good afternoon everybody, it's Charlie and welcome back to another video on the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel. We're through to the fifth round of the FA Cup, which feels absolutely bizarre to say. It's the first time since 2017, I believe the BBC said earlier, that Leeds have made it into the fifth round. A 3-1 victory against Accrington Stanley. I actually predicted 3-1 as well. I wish I'd have put a tenner on that, but oh well. Just before we get into this match review, please smash that like button as always. Please subscribe if you're new and share all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below as you always do. So then, I'll be honest, pre-game, I was confident, but I had that Histon, Sutton United, Crawley Town kind of feeling in the back of my brain. But look, I felt with the team that Marsh started with, I thought it was a very strong lineup. I was quite happy and excited to see, obviously, Bamford and Rutter play together. Sinistera back as well. And I thought all three of those players were really good today. I did feel, though, in the opening 15 to 20 minutes, that Accrington were the better side. I thought they had a lot more of the ball. They were pressing us really well. Our ball retention wasn't great and we just kept giving the ball away time and time again. Firpo, who I will get onto in a little bit, but Firpo in the first half I thought was awful. He was giving the ball away time and time again, as was Mark Rocker, but he's been doing that a lot of late as Rocker, so hopefully, you know, he can improve in that respect. It was good to see Patrick Bamford leading the line as well. The runs he makes in behind, his hold-up play, his link-up play, you can tell that we've really missed him, and he did look sharp as well. He didn't get a goal, but it's not always about goals with Patrick Bamford. Obviously, as a striker, we like him to get some goals, but his all-round play just really benefits Leeds United. Obviously, at first, when I saw the team sheet, I thought it would be Rutter up top with him in like a 4-2-2. But Rutter did play more out wide, so I think maybe that's how Marsh would want to use him. But, you know, we've got Rodrigo, we've got Bamford. I'm sure that Rutter could play up top if absolutely necessary. I thought Harrison was really good in that 10 role. So yeah, look, there's plenty of positives to take from an attacking sense. Obviously, Leeds scored the opening goal of the game through Jack Harrison. Really good strike. Obviously, a little side note, it has broke recently that apparently Leicester have made a bid to sign Jack Harrison worth 20 million quid. That's nothing really. As much as he can be hot and cold, I do feel he is worth more than that. Obviously, he's English as well, which should add a little bit more onto the fee. But apparently Leeds are considering penning him down to a nil deal until 2026. So would I let Jack Harrison go or would I sign him to a nil deal? I'm not too sure, if I'm honest. I'm on the fence. I can understand the benefits of both. I think at this point where we are, as much as I've just said we're 50-50, if I had a gun to my head, I would keep him, in all honesty. But we'll see how that pans out. Obviously, we'll get into a little bit of transfer news at the end of the video as well. But yeah, look, I did feel that once we scored the goal, we were more comfortable in possession. We were passing it around a bit. We were obviously imposing our quality onto Accrington Stanley. Fair play to Accrington. They did put up a good fight in that first half. But I felt that once Harrison scored that beauty of a finish, that Leeds calmed down and we started to play our own game. And yeah, just a little side note on the referee as well. I thought it was appalling throughout the whole game. In some instances for both teams, I felt some of the decisions it was making were just wrong. Bamford should have had a penalty in the first half. There was a free kick that should have happened on Rutter in the second half where he clearly gets dragged down as Leeds try and play a quick free kick. But I understand it. I think he was trying to let the game flow a little bit, but at the same time, he missed a lot of big calls. And I do feel if VAR had have been in play, that Leeds would have had a penalty in the first half when Bamford was brought down in the box. But yeah, moving on to the second half then. Leeds, much the better side throughout the whole of that second half. Really imposing our quality and starting to play our game. I thought Ruta grew into the game and I think I can see that he has got potential to be a very, very good signing. His off the ball movement, on the ball, it looks really good as well. Confident on the ball, which is good to see. And then we obviously break the deadlock again. We get our second goal through none other than Junior Firpo. I celebrated that Junior Firpo goal as if Leeds United had just won the Champions League. Not because he'd scored against Accrington Stanley, just because he had scored. There was a time in the Cardiff game at Ellen Road in that replay where I think Aronson was through on goal, and for some reason I got him mistaked with Junior Firpo. Don't ask me how. I think I just had Junior Firpo on the brain. I wanted him to score, and I did shout Firpo, and everyone had a bit of a laugh around me, and obviously it was all in jest. I wish I'd have been there for that Firpo goal today, but obviously for that reason it did make me laugh. But in all seriousness, jokes aside, I do hope that goal gives Firpo a little bit of confidence now. And you could tell after he scored that he started playing better. His passing was better. He was getting a bit more comfortable going forward. I've always wanted Junior Firpo to work out. But up until, I think recently, whenever he's played, he's got a bit better. But obviously, the fact of the matter is there's still that first half from him today where he was dreadful. The passing wasn't great. He was getting beaten time and time again. But like I said, hopefully that goal can bring him some confidence. And then very soon afterwards, Luis Sinisterra gets on the score sheet. Another well-worked goal. Harrison down the left-hand side. Ball into the box, and it's the first time finish from Sinisterra. Yeah, obviously at that point, Leeds were really cooking. And I think we all knew that it was going to be a win after we got that third goal. Obviously, a late goal from Accrington through a guy who'd only been on the pitch a matter of seconds. A young kid as well, so fair play to him for taking his opportunity. But it was never in doubt, even when Accrington scored, for me. I did predict 3-1. I wish I'd have put a bet on that, but hey-ho. But yeah, look, obviously, Leeds through to the fifth round. If you're a fan of a different club and you're watching this, you're probably thinking, so what, it's the fifth round. Leeds United getting to the fifth round of the FA Cup is a very big thing over recent years. We have this fifth round, it's alien to us almost. It's just unheard of. But look, you know, they were singing with a famous Leeds United and we're off to Wembley. But honestly, I would take a bit of a turnaround in form in the league, maybe get to about 12th, 13th, but comfortable. And just a day out at Wembley for the semi-final at least. I would happily have a day out at Wembley and get beat by Man City in the semi-final just to have a Leeds United away day in London at Wembley. That would be unbelievable. But yeah, plenty of positives to take from today. I thought Ruta looked good. Thought Verba was really good again. It was good to see Patrick Bamford have the armband and play really well as well. Sinisterra back scoring as well. So yeah, an all-round good afternoon for Leeds United. I just hope, and obviously they were saying it on the BBC, you know, can a cup run help Leeds United's form in the league? And I think it can. It's a confidence booster. You've got to beat whatever's in front of you. A win is a win at the end of the day. And hopefully we can take that winning formula into Nottingham Forest next week, which for me, for Leeds and for Jesse Marsh, that game is huge. If we don't get a win in that game, then we're back to square one after a good afternoon today. So obviously it's ups and downs as the song goes with Leeds United at the minute. But you've got to take the ups when you get them. And today was definitely an up, a really good performance. And we're through to the fifth round of the FA Cup. I'll just finish the video, guys, by obviously mentioning that throughout the game, we got the here we go from Fabrizio Romano. Weston McKennie is going to be joining Leeds United, hopefully, unless a team hijacked the deal, because it was reported by David Ornstein at The Athletic that Nottingham Forest have apparently tried to hijack the deal. But we did get the here we go from Fabrizio himself, a €1.2 million loan fee, with then the option to buy for 33 million in the summer. Very good piece of business. Obviously, I can kind of understand why we've gone down the route of a loan to buy with Weston McKennie, because as much as he has played fairly well at Juve, there's still question marks from maybe certain fans and probably certain members of the coaching team. I don't know. I feel he will be a very good signing, but at least if we bring him in and it doesn't work out the way that we hoped, we can get away with not paying the 30-odd million. But for me, I do feel he will be a good signing. I'll stand by that for now. And if he does well, I'd happily snap him up at that price in the summer. So plenty of positives to take from this Saturday. Yeah? If Carlsberg did Saturdays, then this would be it for me. But yeah, that brings us to the end of this upload, guys. Really hope that you all enjoy the rest of your weekend. But before you leave this video, please smash that like button. Please subscribe and share all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.